Hello everybody and welcome back to another Lift Me Up video, and this one is for the double diamond fancy fold card. Isn't that cute? Loving this card, really do. It's really pretty, and that's the other colourway. Look, aren't they cool? I think they look really nice. I'm very pleased with these. Let me show you how to make them then. So you are going to find in your little kit your big balloon. Now I've already stuck all my panels on, as always. So pop your panels onto the back of your balloon. You then need to stamp a large watermelon wonder, a small watermelon wonder, two floaty flamingos. No, they're not. What are they called? Peekaboo peach. Two peekaboo peach. And a night of navy. So that's your balloons. You then need your stamped clouds. So obviously you haven't got the stamping done, you need to stamp all this yourself, but you need 3 large clouds, 2 small clouds, little tiny clouds, and then you will also find in there, we'll put that to the side for a minute, you've got 2 white panels, which are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, so 2 1/4 square. You've got a large night of navy panel, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. A mint macaron, this is envelope paper panel, that's 2 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. You've then got 2 small night of navies, which measure 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. 2 small mint macaron envelope papers, again measuring 2 by 2. Now as you can see, I've stuck my panels on already, so they're already in place. You've then got a large long strip night of navy, which is 4 3/4 by 1 1/4. And then you've got a white strip, which is 4 1/2 by 1. Okay, so that's all your little strips, your little bits and pieces. You've then got your card front or your card base. Now this measures 11 1/2 by 5. Okay, and what I've done is I've already scored it for you straight down the middle at 2 1/2. I've then gone across at 2 1/2 and 2 1/2, and then I hope you can see there's a diamond shape in the middle. Now to make your diamond shape, first of all you need to make 2 marks on either side, and they need to be at 4 1/2 and 7. So you make a mark, 4 1/2, 7, 4 1/2, 7. Okay, fold your card in half lengthways, and then you want to make 2 more marks at 3 1/2 and 8. All right, so you've got 4 1/2 and 7, 3 1/2 and 8, 4 1/2 and 7. Then with your score tool and a ruler, score those lines to make your diamond shape. You can see I actually went a bit wrong on this one, which is why I'm using this for filming. Yours is perfect if you've got the kit, it's all done for you, but that's how you actually make your score lines. And then what you need to be doing is fold lengthways, firm it down, fold up either end and burnish them down, and then these ones in the middle, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You need to, whoops, let's start that side actually. Fold just gently, because obviously you don't want to bend the rest of your card, so fold it in so that it finds its place, and you'll see it will start to bend over. Okay, do the other side as well. Don't burnish those yet, by the way. Let's put that down, that'd be easy, wouldn't it? So whoop, fold it round so that you get that shape going. Okay, now you can see it's starting to fold in, which is great. What we want to do is we want to fold this side panel up and up, and then let it fold in. Did you see how I did that? Okay, so we've got our flat panel. We fold both sides in, and then we bend it in half, and where we've already started to bend these burnish lines, or these fold lines rather, it starts to bend the card in, yeah, and then you just keep pushing it round, and as you push it round, if I turn it back up the other way, they will start to go in, and then you will get your 2 diamonds. When you've got your shape in place, then you can go in and score it. And what I would suggest is lay it flat and just put your bone folder under the flaps just to fold down those score lines, or to burnish those score lines rather, underneath there. And it wouldn't hurt just to do a bit more on your edges as well, to be honest, just to make sure everything is nice and folded so that you can move on to your next stage. Okay, so that's our card base. Now, to make it easier on yourself, open it back out again and start off with your 2 squares and put some adhesive on those, and they are going to go on each outside corner. Okay, so one there, one there. Your white ones will be going on here, but I wouldn't put those on yet until you've done the rest of the card, just to make sure that you've got everything in the right place, because you don't want to end up in the situation where you've put your white bits on and then you fold it and the white's got all dirty. That won't work at all. Now, with your large one, that's going to go in the middle, but what we need it to do is we need it to sit just under the score line, all right, so that it allows it to fold properly. So don't go over, because then you could mess your score lines up. We want it to go just under. So put some adhesive on the back, and I'd go under by about 1/8 ish. So if you line it up, make sure it's nice and central, and then go under by about 1/8. Can you see that? You see how I've done that? Hope you can. Now, with your larger balloon, we're going to, actually, I'm going to use glue on this one. That's going to be at an angle like that. Okay, so watch where you put your glue. You want to make sure you're gluing where you need it stuck, because you're going to see the back of this balloon once it's actually in place. Whoop, put a bit too much glue on there, haven't I? Let's move that back in again. In fact, I'll move it over to spread that glue out a bit. There we go. As you see, when the card is actually folded, whoops, fold up. Whoa! Make sure you don't put it so that you can't fold your card, obviously, because that wouldn't work very well at all, would it? There we go. Make sure you've lined up so that your card can still open and close. And can you see how you can see the back of it? All right, so make sure you've put it in the right place. I'm going to pop a cloud. Come on, glue. I've got too much glue coming out now. A cloud on the front there. Cover up that messy glue blob that I made. And then I'm going to have another one on the back of the balloon. And this one's going to overlap the large balloon and the cloud. So we go for about there, I think. So, and then what else have we got? Let's put our Watermelon Wonder little one. That can go at the front, just towards the bottom. How you lay these out really is just personal preference, to be honest. You don't need to follow my pattern. Pop that one up there. Now I'm going to put another little cloud on, but this time just a small one. And that's going to go just overlapping that one there, like that. And then the big one, I'm actually going to put a couple of dimensionals on that just to lift it up a little bit. I can find the dimensionals right there. There. So let's pop just a couple on the back of there. Now I'm going to put this one on before I actually put the others on. Although the others are going to tuck underneath it, I just want to make sure I'm lining up properly. So that one will be about there, and then I can see where I'm sticking the rest of my clouds and things. Whoops. So we're going to have one, so that will go just underneath it, at the top there. And oops, let's put one at the bottom. Again, this one's going to go underneath it and overlap it a bit. There we are, like that. And then this one, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? That one can go just under like that. And then my last little cloud, whoops, come on glue. And that's it, that's going to go whoa, on the top there. There we go. Right, let's just put that aside for a sec. Let's do our banner. I'll leave that to dry there. Now you're going to need a triple banner punch. If you don't have a triple banner punch, ask yourself, why haven't I got one? Because they're fantastic. If you haven't got one, then you're going to have to do this by hand, which is possible, just a little bit more tricky. So pop them in, punch out the ends. Now this one, it won't actually line up in any of the grooves. So if you turn over and line it up from the back. Whoop, there's one. And hang on. There we go, there's the other. Whoops, dropped it. Right, so I've done my banners. Now let's just stamp happy birthday. Where's a block? Will it fit on this block? Yeah. Oh, I've got a bit of fluff on my stamp, hang on. That's better. Right, and I'm going to do this one in Watermelon Wonder. What way up does it go? Let's get it up the right way, shall we? I'm very good at doing things upside down, aren't I? I think that's up the right way. If it's not, I'll just have to turn it up the other way, won't I? Right, so ink up, line it up in the centre of your banner. I mean, if you wanted to, you could always stamp first, then cut your banner. Entirely up to you, whichever way you prefer. There you go, I knew it was going to be upside down. Oh, never mind. Right, I won't stick it on upside down. Let's put some tape on the back of that. Line it up on there. There we go. Now this, if we bring our card back in, it's just going to be stuck on one end, this end, and it's going to be going about there. And what I want to do is I want to just tuck it under. Oops, if I haven't stuck it on too hard. Just tuck it under one of those balloons, because I think that gives a nice effect like that, doesn't it? No, just poke it under there. All right, so just a bit of glue on one end. Tuck it under. And then line it up where you want it to go. About there, I reckon. Stick it down. There we go, and there's the banner in place. It's looking good, isn't it? Looking good. And then if you just turn over, and you can put your two white panels on the back, and these are going to be where you write. I mean, obviously, if this isn't big enough to write on, you've got plenty of blank space inside that you can write on, or even on this back bit here, wherever you like, really. So I'm just going to pop that one on there, and that one on there. Oops, lift that bit up. There we go, we're done. And there you have your double diamond fancy fold card. Hope you like that one. Don't forget to check your other videos. Make sure you've got all of them on there that you can make all those lovely, lovely cards, and I will be back with another one very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.